Well, here we are again. It's cuddle time. It's that time of year. Well, it's that time of the month, of the year, of the. It's very exciting, isn't it?
Very, very exciting.
Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, of course, to our friends over in Australia. Wherever you may be in the world, welcome to Cuddle Time. We're very excited to be here tonight, and it's a show which has been moved around a little bit. Benji and Charlie.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm joined here by Benji, my very good right-hand man. Ops director for Charlie Bears and also presenter extraordinaire, and of course the boss. And she's here to make sure that we don't say anything we shouldn't say. So, a little bit of housekeeping to start with. Might be jumper. A little bit of housekeeping to start with is we are live. Now we're going to try and give you, Benji, updates as we go along.
Yeah, we'll try and give you updates as we release bears as to their availability.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So the phone lines, we are actually manned here in the UK. We've got all the bear cubs who are taking phone calls. We've got Katie, we've got Mel, we've got Helen, we've got Linda, we've got James, we've got I think
Carrie,
that's it. So
Sharon.
in America, of course, the office is open,
It is.
so that's cool, so you can ring through to them. And also in Australia, we also have the phone lines manned. And I say manned, it's Kerry. It's just Kerry. So hi, Kerry. So that's that. Place your order online due to the limited staff on the phone. Benji, we were talking about how it's better to place orders online,
Quickest
isn't it?
and easiest way is to place your order online, absolutely. So we've got a few minutes before we see the first bear. Hopefully you may have seen our video before now, which talks you through how to open an account. If you haven't, then please just go onto our website, open an account and fill out all your details. It just makes the checkout much quicker and much easier.
Does indeed. And in terms of restrictions on bears, now, this is a big thing. We've got two major characters coming up tonight. We're going to be restricting them to just one per household. Now, they're limited to 200 pieces worldwide. Not everybody's going to get a chance to get them, but we are going to give you details down here. Look out for the details of the fact that a bear is going to be coming up very, very soon. There you go. Look, it's going to say bear cubs arriving soon. Not yet. But bear cubs are going to be arriving soon.
Nearly.
Yeah.
So it just gives you a bit of an opportunity to kind of know that
And of
things
course,
are coming
it's
up.
free postage on everything. So please don't worry about putting everything into your basket before you decide to check out.
It is.
Yeah.
You stole my bit. So then we must check out to guarantee, Benji.
Yeah, absolutely. Our system, unfortunately, if you shop with QVC, you will know that you can sometimes put things in baskets. Our system does not work like that, I'm afraid. So if you want to get the bear, you need to...
Check out
Or...
miss out. Check out, don't miss out.
That's it.
Right? So that's the key. Actually, we've had a lot of this happen before where people have had things stolen out of the baskets as they're checking out. It's a real tricky one, Benji, isn't it? It's something we looked for a solution.
Yeah.
The solution is not available, unfortunately, with our website. It is what it is. So we've been working really hard with it, but it's not something we do. So we would suggest that you check out as soon as you can. And like Charlie says, we're offering free shipping, so it allows you to check out as soon as you've seen the bear.
Yeah, and that's why we're offering free shipping, so that you can check out multiple times and not, have multiple shipping charges, which is great.
In terms of paying, you can pay by all the normal standard methods, but we also have...
So in the UK, we've got Klarna, and in Australia and the USA, you have Afterpay. And in the UK, it's over £48. In Australia or the USA, it is over $100. And that is, those are split across 3 equal payments, so it just spreads the cost.
And allow 28 days for delivery. Now, we are going to be giving you some very specific messages throughout the show with regard to certain types of certain bears. So listen out for those messages. We will repeat the details and give you all of the details that you need to know. So that's that in terms of the bears. But of course, it's not just about bears, is it? It's we've often we present bears, of course, within Cuddle Time, which is great and it's really exciting. And Charlie, we're kind of at the end of the year now, which is really exciting as well. But also, it's about the kind of questions going off around the world. And I've also got a big surprise for everybody as well.
Huh?
That you don't even know about.
No, you don't.
Well, that's put me on edge.
Hasn't it? Yes.
Right.
So, where do we go first, Benji?
So I think before we meet the first bear, we asked our collectors for some questions. So please, if you do have some questions or you want any shout-outs, then please do put them in the comments in the Facebook or YouTube, and our guys behind the scenes will make sure that they get fed through here to the studio so that we can ask them live. But we do have some questions to ask just before we jump into the first bear. So we might be able to squeeze a couple in here. So, have Charlie and Will put up their Christmas tree yet?
Trees.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, we have. We have, haven't we?
It's like the North Pole, to be fair. I mean, we have a tradition every year, don't we? In that Charlie has, I think, 7 trees at home. Ranging in size, we've got one which is 9 foot, which is really exciting. We've got the 7 foot one in the lounge. We've got 7 foot one in the other room. And then we've got 2 Christmas trees in the kitchen.
They're only little.
1 Christmas tree outside. And so it's a bit of a Christmas tradition in that, Charlie loves to decorate those trees.
Yeah.
Charlie
loves to decorate them.
So Charlie loves to decorate the trees.
Are you going to actually fess up now and tell Ben what happens on our tradition?
But you see, the thing is, because Charlie loves decorating the trees so much, and I think, you know what, I don't want to take that away from her. I'll do all the high stuff, because, I'm 6'3", and I can do high things.
But what's your favourite thing to do?
My thing to do, while Charlie's putting the tree up, is that I inspect my eyelids, and I watch a Christmas movie while Charlie's putting all the trees up.
He does. He watches a Christmas movie and goes...
And falls asleep.
But do you know what his excuse is for doing that, Ben? Well, I love the surprise. He says, I close my eyes and when I open it, it's all Christmassy.
It is, it's like...
That's a little lame.
I fall for it every year.
It's like waking up in Wonderland.
Right, okay, before we move on to our first bear is coming after this next question. Let's try and make it nice and quick. So, what is on Charlie and Will's list from Santa this year? So, Charlie.
Oh, well, we sort of have a tradition, don't we? Where, Yeah, with lots of little traditions in the Morris household, don't we? And we kind of have this rule that we like to be surprised, so we're not really allowed to say what we want on our Christmas. Only Santa knows that. But, you know, Christmas wouldn't be Christmas for me without a bear, would it?
Okay.
But also, you've got to kind of think of something for the other person that they wouldn't be right in the head buying, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So, for example...
It's very strange.
Well, yeah, so it's going to be something that they might have said in the past that, I really fancied learning to play the ukulele, for example, but couldn't really justify buying themselves a ukulele.
So you've asked Santa for a ukulele?
No, I haven't. I've asked Santa for a rowing machine and a top, but that's not the point. The point is that along the way there will be other bits and pieces that Charlie buys.
I kind of get guidance because his hints get more obvious as the year goes on.
Fair enough. Okay, well, that's fine. So we know what's on Charlie and Will's Santa's list. What's on your list? Perhaps one of these lovelies. It's time to meet our first bear.
Look, we've been giving you the warning. Bear comes arriving soon. He's here. It's our very first bear. Well, I think we can kind of guess. Who is it, Charlie?
Who is it? Who is
Charlie,
it?
you're going to have a little cuddle first, aren't you? Sorry.
It's okay. He knows I like to do this, being mummy bear. So the first bear that we're going to talk about is Anniversary Hogmanay. So when we first brought out Hogmanay, he was part of our secret collection. So really only appeared on the shopping channels, and that was way back in 2012. We made roughly from memory, about 600 of them, so it was quite a rare bear. And I know we still get so many emails from our collectors saying how they would love to adopt him and Hogmanay be part of their hogs. But unfortunately, with only 600 in existence, and like I say, we're going right back to 2012, he's almost impossible to find now. So he was kind of always on my list for this anniversary year.
So when we talk about anniversary bears, Charlie, we've done lots of anniversary pieces over the years, and this is obviously our 15th anniversary as a company. So when do the anniversary bears come out? When do they finish? Are we going to see more next year?
Well, normally we have little milestones, as you know. So every 5 years, we like to celebrate by normally producing a book which tells all of the collectors about all of the bears and all of the characters that we've created. So every 5 years, there are normally anniversary pieces. With it being 15 years this year, it just seemed like such a huge thing for us. So I did go a little crazy, as per usual, and decided that I was just going to pepper the whole year with different anniversary bears.
William.
Now, these are the last 4. You trying to get your polar bear
No,
in?
the polar bear was chasing him.
Honestly, what is he like? So, yes, we have literally 4 more bears to show you that will finish this year's anniversary bears, and then there won't be any more officially for another 5 years. However, sometimes I can't help myself. I do break the rule if we've got an extra special event.
Well, I think we've got a new piece of technology.
We have got a very exciting new piece of technology. So, Charlie, I'm just going to point that way. I'm not taking a photograph or something, I promise. And then we have Wilfie Cam. So this is our ability to give you a really, really good old close-up shot, Charlie.
Oh, wow.
And we're just going to look into his eyes. So we can see, obviously, all of those wonderful details that we expect from our Charlie bears, with a little bit of airbrushing over the top of his nose. Lovely hand-stitched nose. Then if we pull out a little bit, we can see his wonderful little scarf and his knitted hat. And, of course, his lovely little toes.
Oh, I like Wilfie Cam.
I like Wilfie Cam too.
That is awesome.
I think we're going to
He looks all snuggly and warm, doesn't he?
We're going to have to do roving reporter with this. I think go down and surprise all the cubs downstairs, I think.
Oh,
that'd be cool,
right.
wouldn't it? So that's our anniversary Hogmanay. So that's our very first bear.
Popping back down.
How exciting to see him.
Okay, well, we'll give you an update on stock, hopefully, when we come back out of this segment. But it is the return of the very popular Where in the World.
Where in the world?
So it is time now to head over to Helen. Hi, Helen.
Hi, Will. Hi, Charlie. Hope you're really well. Just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. So, I've been on my travels again. First of all, I'd like you to meet Hisanthi, who I'm pretty sure is somewhere on the other side of the world.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Wow, you look amazing. Tell me, what's your name and where are you?
Hi, Helen. Hi, Will and Charlie. I'm from Melbourne, Australia.
Fantastic. And what's your name?
My name is Chrysanthi.
Oh, happy Christmas. Wow, your bears look amazing. And look at you. You obviously don't like Christmas at all, do you?
No, I hate it. It's the worst time of year for me.
Oh, bless you. Now, let me ask you a really silly POM question.
Yes.
I have this thing in my head that everybody in Australia spends Christmas walking around on the beach in bikinis, eating turkey off the barbie. Is that what it's like?
Not when you're living in Melbourne. Melbourne is very cold and it's very hot and it's every season in one day on Christmas. You just don't know what you're going to get. Being from Sydney, I'm used to 46-degree days on Christmas Day, but in Melbourne, you just don't know what you're going to get. So we have a spit on the charcoal. I come from a Greek background, so that's quite a great tradition for us. And sometimes we have turkey, sometimes we have a roast. It just depends. But no, it's no bikinis on the beach with eating turkey.
Oh, never mind. I'll still think about that, I think. I still will.
Maybe in Queensland.
Okay, all right, that's where I need to go. I need to wear a bikini.
Yeah,
Don't worry, they've suddenly shut the borders to Queensland. But anyway.
Yeah. No.
So how long have you been collecting Charlie bears?
So I've been collecting Charlie bears for 14 years. I started collecting Charlie bears. I'm originally from Sydney, so I used to drive past a beautiful store named Nana's Teddies in Blaxland. I went into the shop and I saw a beautiful giggler bear named Woody, and I was in love from that moment on. And 14 years later, I have, I won't tell you because my husband's watching.
No, shh, it's a secret.
No, he actually loves the bears too, so he loves them.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear. And no, they look absolutely lovely. And you do lots of stuff on Facebook, don't you? I've seen you chatting away on Facebook. It's a lovely community, isn't it?
Yeah, I've met so many beautiful friends being in the Charlie Bear Facebook page. It's just the highlight of my day. Sometimes if I'm feeling down, I just go on my Facebook Charlie Bear friends and have a chat to my beautiful friends. I've made friends in Wangaratta, which is north of Victoria. I've made friends in Canberra as well, which is New South Wales, and even South Australia and Adelaide. So I have 3 beautiful friends that I constantly talk to.
Now, trust me, Chrysanthi, after this, you are going to have friends all over the world, trust me. So I understand you've got a question for Will and Charlie. Do you want to ask it?
Yes. So, Will and Charlie, I love my giggler bears. So have you ever thought of making a giggler golden retriever bear, just like my dog Dexter? He's a beautiful golden retriever. Shall I bring him on?
Yes.
Dexter, come here. Dexter, have a look up, turn around. I'll just turn the camera so we can see who Dexter is. Dexter, look. Dexter, up here. No, he doesn't want any part of it.
Oh, bless him. That is so funny. Oh, he is absolutely...
He's just gone camera shy. He's never camera shy.
Oh, bless him. Oh, thank you so much for that question. That is such a lovely question. So, Charlie and Will, any plans for a giggler golden retriever?
That's great. The dog was not going to do what he was told to do at all. That's typical of, well, in fact, it's typical of Puddle, isn't it? Let's be right.
Absolutely.
Chrysanthi, thank you so much for that question. And I hope I've got your name right. Wonderful name, wonderful Greek name. So, Charlie, over to you, golden retriever.
Well, first of all, let me say what a most amazing collection you have, and I love the way that you've displayed that. That was just incredible. And I also think your idea is just, it's super dreamy, don't you think? That's awesome. So cute. We've never done a giggler like that, and we're always getting asked for puppy dogs.
Have we actually done any dogs as a giggler?
No, I think that we really need to. That's definitely going in my design.
In fact, it's a while since we've done a giggler in the plush.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it?
Absolutely.
So I've got a few shout-outs.
Well, just before you've got some shout-outs, Will, can I just say that, you know, we are 3% of the stock left of Hogmanay in the UK. So if you're umming and ahhing and you think you want it, or you've got it in your basket now, please check out right away.
Now, are we going to see him back again at all in the UK? It's unlikely, isn't it?
It is unlikely. No, this is it.
Okay.
So it's 3/4
alert.
sold out in the USA, and there is still 50% of the stock left in Australia. So for you guys who are watching this, hopefully in a little bit, because it's a bit early for you guys, hopefully you can still get your hands on an anniversary hogmanay. But yeah, it's going down by the minute. So please, 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 over to you, Will.
Shout out. Sharon Bear loves my jumper. So hi, Sharon. In fact, I'm just going to give you a bit of a full-on.
Doesn't she like my
Yeah, she loves yours.
shirt?
But does your shirt do this?
Overrated.
There's a little bit of an
There's actually a
anticlimax.
tree on there that could do with a few baubles on it.
Well, you're right.
Got lots.
Pat from the USA says hi.
Hi.
Debbie from New Zealand is watching. Thank you, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Marita from Sweden says hi. And please say hello to Frankie Donaldson's hubby Mark, who is very long suffering.
Hi, Mark. Sorry.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Say sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, guys, it's time to meet our next.
Is it?
bear. It is. It's absolutely time to meet our next bear.
Oh, crikey, this is a racing bear. I'm just going to take him off the table if that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me have a sniff
So
of
there
it.
we go. It says bear cubs arriving soon. Bear cubs arriving soon.
This is
So you all know.
a new little thing that you love that,
Did
don't
that
you?
say that before? Did that say that a long time ago?
I don't know.
But now it says bear cubs arriving soon. So get ready. Now this is a big one because we're going to be showing you one of our first limited edition mohair bears. Now, there's some really important stuff to tell you about this. Charlie, this year has been a really topsy-turvy year, hasn't it? In terms of
yes.
getting bears in on time and things like that. Now, we were originally supposed to be doing Cuddle Time at the end of November.
Yep.
And in fact, our birthday was supposed to be end of November, or middle of November, etc., etc. It was all planned out beautifully throughout the year. However, because of the situation that we find ourselves in at the minute, it's not just the bears, but everything has just been absolutely tangled. And things are just up in the air. So that's meant that we've had to move things around a little bit and move things from time. And I know you're sat there going, get on with it. I know you are, right? And I get it, right? Okay, and I will get on with it. But I just want to make it really clear that we have stock of this bear in Charlie. We have her in
Australia.
Australia.
And we've also got her in the USA.
The USA.
And here in the UK, slightly different.
Never had a problem.
However, we were expecting her 4 days ago, but unfortunately we got notification that the container was delayed. So we had to make a bit of a quick emergency meeting the other day and said, look, what do we do? And I believed I won. I believed that we should present her and that we are going to place her on the British CBD website with a pre-order. So once you purchase her, you have her, you've secured her. We are expecting the container. It is due imminently, and we are going to try everything within our power to get her out to you. So fingers crossed, she's going to be here this week. But when you actually go onto the pre-order, it will say the first week in January, just in case it doesn't turn up. I mean, this container, I can't tell you, it's had 5 separate delivery dates
It's
now.
moved along quite a lot, and this
It
is
has.
just typical of the kind of delivery world at the moment.
Yeah.
So just be mindful of that. It's not our fault. We're not hanging on to the bear at all. It's literally, as soon as she comes in, we will get her out. But there's a big thing here in that we do hibernate over Christmas. We've done it since year 1. And we do that to basically give all of our cubs a well-earned rest. So, but we are back first week in January, which is when, if it's very late, we'll get the bear out.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's you told about that. So now we can get the bear out. And Charlie, I feel as though I need to hand it to you to kind of do the reveal. Of course, I think we all know who's coming.
So, one of the most hotly anticipated bears. Meet Miss Havisham.
She's got messy hair.
She's got very messy
She's so
hair, but
precious.
she's got to. Oh, I know. She's just adorable, isn't she?
So tell us about the original
So,
Miss Havisham.
The original Miss Havisham was part of our Isabel collection, and we just sit her there and make sure she's looking her best first, so that
beautiful.
she can meet everybody. We brought her out within our mohair Isabel collection back in 2013, and she was slightly larger. Then there's actually 18 vet paws, so quite a lot bigger than this one, and limited to 500 pieces worldwide. She was immensely popular. Our collectors absolutely adored her, and we got very quickly into the situation where we had more collectors who wanted Miss Havisham than we had little bears.
Yeah.
So again, I get lots of emails, lots of letters, lots of beautiful handwritten cards, all making a plea for her to come back one day as an anniversary piece. So how could I resist? Absolutely had to do this. Now, this little Miss Havisham obviously is our anniversary piece, so she's a miniature replica of the original. But can I tell you, we haven't been able to make 500.
Oh.
We had to try and match the fur best that we could. So unfortunately, I say unfortunately, it's fortunate, we have 200 of them.
Oh.
Much better than
Globally?
having globally.
Wow.
So, yes, I know. It is going to be one of those cases where people are like, oh, so please don't miss out. Please,
Well,
please,
as
please.
you can imagine, everything has gone into meltdown. So please do just bear with us. Are we going to Wilfie Cam?
Gotta go to Wilfie Cam, surely.
Go
Very,
to
very
Wilfie Cam
quickly.
quickly for
Let me
some
try and pop
detailed
her here.
shots here. Everyone's probably busy
Can
on the
you see?
website just listening.
They are. I'm trying to give the really close little facial features.
So she's got. So what's with the
Look.
nose there? Look. So
Oh,
is,
well, that's
is
got
it?
a little bit of waxing on the
Okay,
top.
right,
We just
yeah.
move her beautiful golden locks out
Give her a
of the
bit
way
of
there.
definition.
And now we've
So you can see
also,
her.
can we just see just over the top of the nose there? We use this sparse mohair, Charlie. Tell us about the sparse mohair.
Well, we do.
That's really important.
Well,
isn't it?
I love working with this product because it just has so much detail in there, and I love the texture, you know, the little look that it gives. I just think she's truly scrumptious. We've got our sculpture paw pads that you can see there with the added embroidery, and just those little hints of pink. She's so close to the original, it's just wonderful.
Well, guys, if you're in the UK,
I'll
I'm
put that
afraid that she has now gone. I'm just awaiting an update on the USA and Australia, but I'll bring that to you as soon as I've got it. It's now time to head back around the world. So, Helen, where in the world are we going now?
So, I've just been to Australia. Where do you think I've gone next? I want you to say a big hello to Jane. I think she's in the North Pole. Hi, Jane. Hi. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Jane, are you in the North Pole?
No, I'm in a place called the Wirral, which is near Liverpool in England.
Oh my goodness. How long did it take you to do that display?
Approximately 2 or 3 days.
Crikey. You don't really like Christmas, do you?
Nah, I love it.
It's amazing. Oh, look at Clumsy Claus. He looks gorgeous. Jane, how long have you been collecting Charlie Bears?
I've been collecting Charlie Bears since 2013, and my first bear was TikTok, which my daughter bought for my birthday.
So it's her fault then, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And how many have you got?
350 at my last count.
Crikey, bear paws. That's amazing. Do you know what? You look absolutely brilliant. It's lovely to see you. Have you got a question, a cheeky Christmas question for Charlie and Will?
I have Charlie and Will. What's the best or the most favourite unusual Christmas present you've bought each other?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I really need to know the answer to that. Jane, thank you so much. Have a really lovely Christmas.
Oh, thanks, Jane. Thanks, Helen. What a great bear room that was, guys.
Yeah, awesome.
That was awesome.
I love it.
Most unusual Christmas. Well, the thing is, I mean, we've just said, haven't we? You know, like that we wouldn't be right in our minds kind of buying these things for ourselves. So, my most unusual Christmas present that Charlie bought me was a life-size plastic Frisian cow. Yeah, so, you know, very important.
Would you have ever bought yourself
I wouldn't
that?
have bought myself it.
And doesn't it look wonderful in the garden?
Looks great.
It does scare anybody that ever comes.
Looks great.
And you, Charlie?
I've tried to milk her, but she's not having it.
Oh, No, there's no fresh milk. Absolutely not. It was a plastic cow. I did explain that, and it was just there to sit in our little wildflower patch that we had.
Now.
And I knew you wouldn't buy it for yourself, and I kind of really wanted it. So it's kind of a present for me too, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my most unusual, which everybody's going to giggle, but it was a really, I loved it, and it's one of my most favourite presents to date was when you bought me a suit of armour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's a real suit of armour.
a real suit of armour.
Yeah,
And
the black knight.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's if you come across it at night, it's a little bit scary.
To be honest with you, I keep seeing him over my shoulder as well. I'm like, ooh. Yeah.
It is.
Any more shout outs, Benji? I've got a couple of shout outs, or do you want to do questions?
No, you go for shout outs.
Shout outs. Gillian doesn't like your shirt, Ben.
That's not what it says.
It says Gillian loves your shirt, Ben.
Correct.
So
Thank you, Gillian.
please say hello to Becky's gran, Jackie Shaw. It is her birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Jackie.
birthday, Jackie.
Yeah, but hello to Becky's gran.
Becky's
Jackie
gran.
Short.
Jackie
Oh,
Short.
happy birthday, Jackie. Did I get that right?
Right,
Yeah.
guys, we need to move on.
Sorry.
I've got an update for you.
Yeah.
Miss Havisham has gone globally, I'm afraid. So if you got her, well done, and if not, I'm really sorry. Hogmanay is now also sold out in the UK. There is a small portful left in the USA, and in Australia also there is some.
There was a question
Well
about
done.
people, where did they buy from, Benji, wasn't there?
Yeah, so you buy from our website if you go to www.charliebearsdirect.com. That's www.charliebearsdirect.com, and that will take you to your local country store. Local country store.
But you can actually go on to the other country stores as well, can't
Yes.
you? So if you click in the left-hand corner,
Yeah, you can go and have a look
to
around, but-
the UK, you can go to Australia,
Yeah.
you can go to the USA, and our brand new one, QVC,
Germany.
to our German CBD website.
CBD Germany.
Yes, CBD Germany. Sorry.
Okay, right, so we are now on to our next bear, Charlie. Now, I know there was a little bit of controversy
Never
about
met
this
him.
little chappie.
There was,
Never
wasn't
met
there?
him.
So I'm going to apologise now for William's bad behaviour, because I'm sure you all saw on Facebook a couple of weeks ago.
I
We
saw
were
it.
mortified, weren't we?
I saw it.
William's attempts to break into the secret cupboard. Now, I'm sure in the past, everybody always thought...
Angry Cam.
Yes, angry Cam.
Told off Cam.
He was in so much trouble. So,
Angry
when that
Cam.
happened, let me tell you, I was just like, oh my God, we need this for the Cuddle Time show. We've got to have it for the Cuddle Time show. So I managed to save a little pawful. Now, unfortunately, he was selling like hotcakes, so I couldn't save an awful lot. So I am describing the amount left as a pawful. So please, 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 if you are wanting anniversary Santa Paws, to go with your anniversary elf and obviously anniversary Hogmanay, please be quick.
So, this is anniversary Santa Paws, and he's available where, Charlie?
I believe, please correct me if I'm wrong, that he's only available in the UK. I don't know if I was quick enough
No,
off
I
the
don't think you
mark.
were. I don't think you were. You know, I agree with you. I think there's only stock left in the UK because
Right.
by the time you were able to get hold of it, Will had done the damage already. In
I kept
USA
wondering
and
why he
Australia.
didn't want me to go on Facebook that day. Now
bet.
we know.
Okay, so that's me told
You
off.
are naughty.
So I'm very sorry, not sorry at all, and I'll probably do more things like that next year. In actual fact, Helen and I had the most amazing. Thank you so much, Helen, for being such a good sport, and the rest of the team, and Sam obviously.
I haven't seen that new team member around.
Well, yeah.
I haven't seen.
He's a very hard worker, is that boy, I tell you. A lot of fun.
Right, so he is now live, available on the UK website if you missed out in the
Paw
UK.
full of stock, little
Very
paw full.
Literally. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so we are now heading back to Helen. Helen, where are we heading now?
Where in the world?
So, we've been on our travels. We've been to Australia. We've been to Liverpool, aka the North Pole. Now, I'd like you to say hi to Kathy, who is somewhere on the other side of a rather large pond, and she loves a bit of steampunk.
Wow, Kathy, look at you and your fantastic display. Kathy, can you tell everybody whereabouts in the world are you?
Hi, We are from the Midwest in the United States, and this is part of my hug, and we're here to wish everybody a really happy Christmas.
Oh, that is lovely. You and your hug look amazing. Who's that on your knee?
Okay, this is True Love. She was my first pre-order, and she's really my BFF, and she just, you know, is just the best thing ever. And actually what we have a sextuplet here that's playing music in the background, which I'm sure you can hear in your mind. And this is Callisto back there, and he's our baritone singer.
Oh, that is so clever. That is so clever. True Love just looks beautiful. You do such beautiful photos for Facebook.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and she looks absolutely gorgeous. How long have you been collecting Charlie Bears?
I've been collecting since around 2015. And I have quite a huge hug that keeps growing, so it's probably in the hundreds, probably, I hate to say, but it's just so much fun.
Do you know what? Your house must look stunning because you display your bears so beautifully, and I love how you dress them up.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely stunning.
Fun.
It's just something, it's just a skill you have, obviously. Anyway, my darling, so here we are on Christmas Cuddle Time. Charlie and Will are listening and watching to what you're saying. Is there anything you would like to ask them?
Yes, actually, it's such an honor to be on Cuddle Time. And I'd like to ask you both what you both do on Christmas Eve with your Charlie Bears, if there's a special tradition you might have with them.
Oh, what a lovely question. Do you know what? I am sure that there is. So we're going to pass over back to Charlie and Will and ask them to answer that question for us. But before I do that, I just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, Kathy, and thank you so much for coming on Cuddle Time.
Thank you, Helen, and a very happy Christmas to everybody out there.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, thank you, Kathy, for that great question. And what a great hat.
Absolutely.
That would look awesome on your hat wall. Charlie actually has a hat wall at home. She does. And one of the things that she loves is kind of
sort of steampunky. That is gorgeous,
so Kathy, that would be a great thing. So
Hat
Christmas Eve traditions. Do you know what? As a child, we used to have some pretty good traditions in that we were sent to bed as early as they could possibly make us go to bed. And then our presents were delivered to us like throughout the night in a red sack, like a red plastic bag, and then we had to drag it across the landing in the morning to Mum and Dad's bedroom. But now, Charlie and I obviously don't have children, but what we do have is two wonderful. We got four wonderful nieces and nephews, but two of our nieces actually come over for Christmas.
Normally come and stay with us.
Sadly, this year, because of all of the things that have happened, we can't see them. So Charlie and I are going to be on our own for Christmas.
We are.
Don't feel sorry for us, because we're going to see all of our friends all around the world, and of course we're going to be watching Facebook and enjoying the fact that you guys are all enjoying your bears as well. So that's what we're doing. But in terms of normal Christmas Eve traditions, Charlie?
Well, normally we hide little bears all around the house, or little mice, or something that we've created. There's always little Charlie bears, so that our nieces, they get treasure hunt clues, so that they can obviously go around and find them.
That's
all.
like, for our American friends out there, this will make sense to them. That's like on an American Christmas tree, you hide a gherkin, a pickle, somewhere on the tree, and the first person to find the gherkin gets the first present of Christmas. It sounds a bit like that, hiding bears.
So how wonderful.
So this year, because we haven't got the girls there, we're going to change that from hiding bears to I'm going to go hide. So hide and go seek, I think you call it in America. Is that right?
Really?
Yeah. So Charlie, you'll count to what, 30, and then come and try and find me?
30, ready or not.
That's
Coming
it.
ready or
That's
not.
it. And we always take the bears out of the collection and sit them on the sofas as well, because my favourite thing to do at Christmas is to snuggle up with the fire on, watch a Christmas movie. And
Fall
I have
asleep,
my
inspect your island.
Yeah, one of my big bears I can just snuzzy up to, and yeah, it's just, to me, that's what it's all about.
So there we go. Thank you very much for that question, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
Okay, so we're going to jump into some live questions that we've received from the live feed. This one is a bit tricky.
Is it?
Yes, it is. You're going to have to put
careful.
your thinking caps on.
Charlie's already got her thinking cap on.
Jolly good. So this one comes from Ebony and Willa. Hi, Ebony and Willa.
Hi.
How many bears do you think that you have sold over the last 15 years?
What? I can probably work it out. I am a bit like Rain Man with figures.
You are very, very clever with figures, but lots. I think quite a few.
It's a difficult one without having some time.
Do you know what? We're actually going to find that out. We're going to work it out, and we will post it over Christmas on Facebook. I promise.
I'll put a guess in.
Go on.
2.4 million.
Ooh.
Do you think?
Over the last 15 years?
Yeah, the last 15
Probably
years.
more than that, actually, to be fair.
We shall
okay.
work it out exactly.
I don't know, but I will
post
find
it.
out. I will work it out.
Yeah.
I was miles off. I'm probably miles
Good
off.
question. Crikey, that got us thinking.
So we touched on this a little bit earlier, so we'll just touch on it briefly again now. We're having lots of questions about the delays and bears that are potentially for Christmas presents, and I think that Will touched on it earlier. The logistics out there, if in terms of containers and shipping, is just a complete nightmare at the moment. Yeah, not only have you got the COVID pandemic, you've also got the bad weather affecting the ports around, the south coast of the UK. Plus, of course, we've got Brexit coming up as well, which is just all those three things together are compounding issues. We are working as hard as we can to try and get the bears out to you. We're not holding them here, and as soon as they come in, we get them straight out to retailers and to you. So please do just bear with us if you excuse me.
I have to say, Benji here, that Charlie and I are ever so proud of our team this year, because there's been a lot of pressure because of this situation, because of all of these changes that we've had along the way. And we've literally gone from plan A to plan Z pretty much every single month. Yeah. And just literally change. We've never, ever had such erratic nature of all of these
and it's
problems.
such a frustrating place to be in, because, I know that you guys, on Christmas morning, you like to think about everyone opening up their Charlie bears. And so, I know that it really tugs on your heartstrings as well, that, we can't, potentially get some of these bears out. But, the positive news is that they are coming. There are just delays. So you are going to get those bears. And hopefully in the new year, we'll start to see those delayed containers that should have been here before Christmas coming in.
And there's another big thing here as well, is that, Charlie and I, yes, we could insist that everybody kind of gets all of this done and gets it all sorted and all that kind of thing. But, the other big thing here is that we want people, our first and foremost thing is that we want people to be safe. Yeah. This is a pretty grotty thing that's happening, so we want people to be safe.
Absolutely.
And so therefore it's imperative that we just exercise a little bit of patience. Portions.
Oh, a new word.
I know, right?
Okay, so one final question. This one's for Charlie. Charlie, can we have some more plush dragons?
Yes.
Well, it's Christmas.
Okay.
So, yes. Why not? I'll work on it. I promise. I promise.
You promise?
I promise.
You promise?
Yes.
Okay. Right, so guys, it's now time to meet our next bear, and this one is again another anniversary piece.
I'm adding some sparkle with the bear cubs arriving soon thing.
Right. Do you want to turn it off? It's distracting.
It's very are you trying to
I
highlight?
can't actually turn it off.
You'll have to take it off then.
There we go.
So yeah, Charlie, over to you guys.
So the first piece of information about this is that we have her. She's in stock
Everywhere.
everywhere. Yay! Really, really good. So actually,
Is this our last bear?
no, this is
No.
our penultimate.
Is
bear.
this our last anniversary bear?
It's
No.
our last plush anniversary bear. Does that help?
Yes.
So, I'm going to have so many collectors now going, "Yay! I can't believe it, you did it, Charlie." Our next one is little
she's a little
Abigail,
cutie.
isn't she? Now let me just turn around so that Sam can hopefully, let me pop her there so you can see
Is
her.
she standing all on her own?
She's
She needs to be
standing
introduced.
all on her own, look. So
She is such a big girl,
I am
isn't
so
she?
pleased to now reveal Anniversary Abigail. Now, Anniversary Abigail, like Hogmanay, was part of our secret collection, and so appeared for literally one show on QVC back in 2011 and sold out in a blink.
Wow.
Literally in a blink. We were panicking because at the time we could only make 600 and she'd sort of come and gone. There were so many other characters that were in the pipeline to still create. that we couldn't actually create anymore. And there are so many people out there that were desperate, with it being such a popular name, to have Abigail. So I am really, really pleased that we've been able to. Oh, yeah.
So how many Abigails were originally made?
So original Abigails. Let me just. Can you see her there? Sorry,
Yes.
trying to. Not very good at directing, but let me just pop her up there so you can see her little face.
Oh.
Just two.
Wilfie
two
Cam. This is
cute-
Wilfie Cam, by the way, for if you've only just tuned in. So this allows me to do a roving report, so I can kind of go around and see Benji. For one. Yeah, there you go.
So originally we created 600 Abigail. I'm going to move her back right now. We created 600,
And how many?
We're seeing the wrong
we've
things.
been able now to create a further 600. So that will be 1,200 in total, but actually only 600 anniversary and 600 original Abigail.
Okay, so like the original, she's not actually limited edition.
No, but
She's
we were only able to
make
match up
600.
that. Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
So she is absolutely beautiful. She is absolutely gorgeous. So the place, we're still getting some questions about where can you buy these. So it's www.charliebearsdirect.com. www.charliebearsdirect.com. It doesn't matter what country, and if you put that in, it will locate you to your local Charlie Bear Direct website, and you can place your order there. And again, she is in stock everywhere right now, so available to purchase.
Can I do some shout outs?
Yes, go for it.
Can we all say hello to... Right, who's age 11. So hello to Henry, who's age 11. He's been allowed to stay up especially.
Oh, bless
to
you,
watch Cuddle Time.
Henry.
Hello, Henry.
Go to bed.
No, he's been he must have been a good boy if he's been able to stay up. So
well done, Henry. Have you got yourself a bear? Did you get a bear? Did you buy a bear for your mum? Maybe. Ooh. Who knows?
Maybe.
Don't tell Will off. He's so funny. Thanks, Mum. Victoria.
That's from Victoria. How much did you send her for that?
Yeah, okay, I'll put you off. And lots of love for Kathy and her amazing photos.
Oh, brilliant.
So, yeah.
absolutely,
We'll have to
they
have a
are.
look at those.
Oh,
They're
yes,
exquisite.
Kathy's wonderful photos.
Oh,
Yes,
they
sorry, I
are
forgot all about
exquisite. If you've not seen them, please go and search them out on Facebook. They're just. She's so talented.
those. So that's my shout outs.
Good job. Time for and one more question, I think. Which bear cub at the bear house or the cub houses loves Christmas the most?
Oh, that's really easy. No, you
You're
know who
number
it
two.
is.
I'm number two.
You could say 1, 2, 3. James.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, so we were actually lucky enough, to be fair, to go... well, you went to a Christmas market with James and Ben.
I did.
Yeah.
We went to Winter Wonderland.
And see Kylie and other things.
We did,
It's all very
yeah, it was
Christmassy.
just amazing.
I'm probably the worst at Christmas
You
until
are a bit of a bomb.
He's a
until
little.
December. And then,
No, I think,
hang on a minute.
in all
Who was
fairness...
playing the Christmas songs when we walked in here tonight?
You were. Who wraps the Christmas presents?
Me? No. Oh, for everybody else?
Yeah.
Charlie, she loves it.
But have you always wrapped Charlie's Christmas presents?
Yes.
Have you?
Have
Yes.
you?
Have you?
No.
No.
But now I've got one of those. Now I've got one of those finger tapers, and it's awesome. It's so easy. You can attach it to your finger. It's like a.
Small thing.
It's okay, Ben. I know when you've wrapped them. I can tell because they're really neat.
He doesn't.
No.
What he
Okay,
does is he
so
sits there giggling in his office while
he's got tape all round his...
tape all attached to my head.
Yeah. Okay, so a bit of a stock update for you. So Santa Paws is sold out now in the UK. So well done if you were able to get hold of that second portion that Charlie managed to keep away from Will. In terms of Abigail, there is around 2/3 of the stock of Abigail has gone in the UK. And there is stock available in the USA and Australia. Oh, look at her. She's so precious.
She is too cute.
She is too cute.
And she's a
Absolutely right.
panda.
Okay, so now it is time for our final Where in the World for this year. And I think that, Helen, you've got a very famous special guest.
So now we're going to visit a really cheeky chap somewhere in the UK.
Oh, I was expecting to see Jay. Hello.
Ho, ho, ho! Hello, Helen! How are you? Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas! Guess what? Only joking! It's me! You alright? How are you?
I'm all right. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all good, thank you.
You had me going there for a minute. I tell you. Oh, Jay, where in the world are you?
Slap bang in the middle of Norfolk.
Wow. So I can see Christmas has come early to Norfolk this year.
Yeah.
It's looking absolutely brilliant. It's looking amazing. Now, I understand that you've got some people who want to say hello to Will and Charlie.
I have, yeah. I've got my 3 boys here.
Oh,
This
let's
one,
say hello.
Dilbert with Dilbert.
Hi, Dilbert. So what was it like having a bear named after you?
I think it was pretty cool, actually.
I think it's
Quite
pretty
like it.
cool as well. And the resemblance is spooky.
Not quite as hairy as the original.
Oh, lovely. Anybody else to come and say hello?
Yeah. And next we have Levi with Levi.
This is spooky. Oh, I love little Levi. How are you, Levi?
I'm good.
Excellent. And how does it feel having a bear named after you?
I like it.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Excellent. I love the jumper, by the way.
Thanks.
And lastly, we've got little Oakley. You'd think with Oakley, but not. Oakley, we've got
Flitwick, we got the monkey.
Flitwick.
Is that because you're a cheeky monkey?
All dressed in his policeman's uniform because you want to be a policeman, don't you, when you get older?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, do you want to give Will and Charlie a wave, Oakley?
The way to Will and Charlie.
Brilliant. Oh, thanks for that. Thank you. Lovely.
That's
Oh,
got me about 30 quid.
oh, I know. Bribery goes a long way, doesn't it? Okay. Oh, so have you got a question for Will and Charlie?
I've got a couple, actually. I've got one. What is your favourite Christmas song? And could you sing it? And 2, do you have any tips for the 340 at Cheltenham?
Oh, you are hilarious. I tell you what, Will and Charlie, I cannot wait to hear you sing. Oh, thank
Yeah,
you,
come on.
Jay. And very Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho!
Oh, Jay, I do love you.
Yeah, nice one, Jay. Jay is just brilliant. We've had the pleasure of meeting Jay on a couple of occasions, and thanks to the kids as well so much. For,
It was so
for
lovely
getting
to
involved.
see them all.
And yeah, Jay, also known as Bam's dad, also known as Santa, clearly,
Yes.
aka Edith's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Have a
All
lot
round
of fun
funny
with,
guy.
have a lot of fun with him. So it's very unlikely that you're going to get us to sing a song, Jay. However,
Why is that, though? Why is that?
why is that? Because we just get carried away. I think, to be honest with you,
Well,
we'd be.
we'd get carried away, but we'd also get taken off air because it'd be so pitch
I don't
perfect.
wanna let no.
Oh,
We'd get taken
So,
off air.
Benji, your favourite Christmas song,
Winter Wonderland.
which
Walking
goes
in a winter wonderland.
Charlie?
all I want for Christmas is you.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't wanna...
No.
Benji can't help himself when I actually start that one off.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for me, and the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day. That one, I think that's my favourite.
Fairy Tale of New York. Fairy Tale of New York.
That's the one, yeah. The Darkness one, I like that one as well.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas time. Anyway, there we go. And Cheltenham. So, I mean, we were talking about Cheltenham. The 340 at Cheltenham. It's the 335, by the way, Jay. Actually, it's not the 340.
Really?
Yeah, it is. And to be honest with you, we're not really jump people, are we? We're normally kind of the flats. So I'm going to go with Aggie with it. Get an Aggie with it.
Well, because we've made all 3 of these bears, I'm going with Molly Ollie's Wishes.
It's Christmas. It's got to be the white mouse.
No. So, if you're any clearer,
maybe put a bet on all 3.
Who knows? No. Anyway, so that's our Christmas songs. But of course, Charlie's got a little Christmas song.
Not really.
Charlie actually wrote a Christmas song. Are you ready?
We were thinking about, do you know what? We should have a Charlie Bear.
This is going to go so wrong.
Well, I think that line 5 is where it's going to go wrong.
Well,
we'll see.
Yeah, but line 5 was just...
No, you know, I'm more Pamers than...
Okay, so
ready?
How does it
3, 2, 1...
Deck
the halls, Will, Ben and Charlie, fa la 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 la. A Charlie Bears, it's always jolly, fa la 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 la. Bears and pandas and
even a carol.
fa la 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 la.
And now you know our Christmas carol.
Fa la 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 la.
That's the only time you'll ever hear me
that's
sing.
it.
That's a lot.
That is it.
That's a lot.
Sam, have we lost loads of listeners?
Oh, please don't tell me we're taken off.
We can do what we want now, then.
Excellent. Right, guys, it's time.
It's time.
It's time to meet our final character.
Can you believe we're even saying this?
I know.
It's that time of year already. I don't know where this year's gone. I really
It is
don't.
madness, absolute madness. I don't know how many sleeps till Christmas. I don't know, but it's not that
Still
many.
too many.
But this is our final. So it's our final anniversary piece, and the final piece for Cuddle Time.
It's the final piece of the year for Cuddle Time. It's the final anniversary piece for 2020. So yeah, it's kind of a bit emotional, really, isn't it? Okay, so as Charlie talked about earlier with regard to the bears not behaving themselves this year, this is another one of those bears that's not behaved itself. So Charlie, in terms of where they are right now, is another mohair bear. I don't think it's going to take anybody to kind of work this out easy.
So actually, let's just make sure that everybody understands completely, because you know the last thing we want to do is for anybody to be upset because we didn't give this information out.
Absolutely.
So, as far as the next piece is concerned, we do have stock in Australia, which is fantastic news. I'm so happy. In America, it is due any minute. It's imminent.
Yep.
And the same applies to here in the UK. However, if the notifications that we believe it's on, we don't believe it's going to be here before Christmas Eve, we may be lucky. We might have a little Christmas miracle, and I truly, truly hope we do. And if we do, and it arrives before Christmas Eve, hand on heart, as I'm sat here, I promise you we will do everything in our power to get him out of the door. So here, in the UK, on CBD, you will notice, like Miss Havisham, that he's ready to buy, but on pre-order only. We have listed week commencing the day we get back, January.
4th of January.
4th of Jan.
Expect shipping from week commencing
because
4th
we
of
know,
January.
hopefully, if all goes to plan, he will absolutely, definitely be back by then. But if it is any sooner, like William's always said, we will try our hardest, I promise, to come in and sort
if that's not acceptable, don't buy him, because obviously we will be doing this on a pre-order, but if that's okay with you, that's going to be coming out on the first week of January, more than likely. So that's what's going to happen. So you've been told.
So let's meet this character.
So this is the last bear. I almost feel like we need
a
little drum roll.
I think they've waited long.
So do I. Don't let William tease you anymore. And I'm going to put him up really quickly so that Sam can do a close-up on him. Again, he's a little standing panda.
Ready, Teddy, go.
Dion. Now, we've been able to make 200 of Dion, which is absolutely amazing, because the original Dion that we brought out, which was a show special, and we had such limited fabric, which we'd hand-dyed in order to create Dion in first instance, we could only make 40.
40?
40. And
wow.
He is one of the most rarest Charlie Bears in existence. So, of course, he was going to make it onto the list, wasn't he?
Obviously.
So, which is amazing now. I have had more than 200 emails asking me if we could ever do another Dion. But this is anniversary Dion. I am so pleased that we've been able to bring him out this year and that he has been part of our 2020 anniversary collection.
So again, a standing bear then?
A standing bear. You know I love doing this with some of the bears because when you display all of your hug together, I love to get that height difference in there.
Yeah.
So that you can pose your hugs in lots of different ways. I just love it. And it is a little trickier when we're manufacturing the little bears to make them stand, you know, but it's so worth it. He's gorgeous.
So come with a limited edition certificate that says limited
to 200 pieces.
200
globally.
pieces?
Yes.
Will someone get number 1?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
What?
Yes, 1 to 200 is out. This is my original prototype.
Wow.
This is my sample that gets tweaked and played with and fiddled with and then eventually goes into the museum. So number 1 and number 200 are out there.
Well, that is amazing. So he's got his lovely little jingle bell around his neck. So please do
Can we pull him
jump
back?
on that website.
Charlie, do you want to have a last little cuddle of him?
Yeah.
It's charliebearsdirect.com, www.charliebearsdirect.com. Again, that will take you to your local store to purchase him. Just a reminder that in the USA and the UK, it's currently on pre-order, and the US are expecting theirs before Christmas, and the UK we're expecting to ship from week commencing 4th of January. But as Charlie says, if that should change, then of course we'll get them out to you as soon as we can.
And my commitment to you is that if it turns up between Christmas and New Year, I'll come in and do it myself.
Wow.
That's it. So, I've got a couple of shout-outs, Benji, if that's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
I've got Samantha Turner wants to say hi. Hi, Samantha Turner. And please wish Ella Sugars a belated happy birthday. She got anniversary band for her 8th birthday.
Oh,
so happy birthday, Ella.
So a couple of questions here. Can we have a Charlie Bears Christmas CD? Ooh, I'm not so sure that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
It says move over Mickey Bubbles. Don't know who that is.
I think that was for
Michael
me. Who's the deep
Bublé.
bit?
Oh, yeah.
Mickey Bubbles.
If we could sing like Michael Bublé, we'd definitely be releasing an album, wouldn't we?
Yeah. I'd never go out.
Gwen White has said that our song has made her Christmas.
Have you? All right. Well, listen. Number 1.
We're here all
Christmas
night.
number 1.
Oh,
we could go for it, couldn't we? Should we try it?
After sausage rolls.
Get it trending.
Listen, there's thousands of people watching this show.
Thousands of people. So let's just have a look at some other questions here. What is your favourite? I'll give this one to Will.
Yeah.
What is your favourite Christmas food?
Well, we have a Morris tradition called the savoury pudding.
Right.
And so therefore savoury pudding with, it's kind of like an oniony, bready kind of pudding.
As
To
a
be fair, I
starter.
only really do it when there's a lot of people coming because you've got to make it in massive batches.
But isn't it nice the next day?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
You've had it,
so
haven't you?
lovely.
I
It's
think
so
so.
lovely.
Yeah, yeah. With
But you can have it as a
onion
starter.
gravy.
And if I remember, we made a bear called savoury pudding.
We did.
We did.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
We did.
Yeah, there you go.
Because
All
of that.
And it was
sense.
Granny Morris's old traditional recipe.
Lovely, lovely.
Savoury pudding.
So when is the next Cuddle Time in 2021?
We think it's going to be March, isn't it? It's going to be kind of first quarter is the idea, isn't it?
It is. We're going to try and have one every quarter, and what we mean by that, obviously, quarter 1 is January, February, March, quarter 2, April, May, June. You see where I'm going with this, so we're going to try and do one every quarter, but it's normally towards the end, just to give us a little time.
Yeah, I think that's what's important to say
Yeah.
is, the problems that we're facing right now are obviously going to just, move down the line. So I think that what we want to be sure is that when we bring you bears, that we can ship them out to you. So I think once we are confident in that, then we'll be in a position that we'll be able to announce when that will be.
March.
Okay, at some point in March.
Fingers crossed.
Another question here, of course, what we haven't mentioned yet is that tomorrow is the birthday, because it was moved from last month because of lockdown. So that is tomorrow. So I've got a question here that says, can I still get my paws on a birthday box for tomorrow? And what is the birthday box?
What's in the birthday box?
It doesn't say what's in, it just says what is the birthday box.
So for anybody who's not familiar, here at Charlie Bears every year we celebrate our birthday in a rather special way, in that we share it with absolutely everybody, and you don't know who's in the
I
box.
don't know who's in it.
No,
So
well,
he
I-
can't spill the beans.
I'm not surprised because
No, absolutely
we all
not.
know that Will is not
After
that great
his
at
stunt
keeping
last week
secrets.
breaking into a secret cupboard, there's no way I'm going to let him anywhere near my birthday boxes. So what happens is that every year at Charlie Bears we have our birthday. It's normally towards the end of November. This year we had to change it because again we had a few container delays, and we wanted to make sure that we guaranteed that all of the birthday boxes were in all locations so that every single one of our stockists can join in. Now, it's a gorgeous time. It's something that we all celebrate together as a huge family. So all of the bear cubs here at Charlie Bears, all of our wonderful stockists, we have one whole day where we celebrate all things Charlie Bears. Now, every year there is a mystery box. It's not there. This is Anniversary Abigail. He's trying to tease you, so please don't stop it, honestly.
It isn't here, I promise.
It's not here, believe you me. And so every year,
Well, it might be. I don't know what it is.
people will buy a secret mystery box, which is known as a Charlie Bears birthday box. Nobody knows what's in it. It's not round there either, William. William, please behave.
Come on, take your...
And everybody doesn't know. Now, there's two things. I promise all of the stockists join in and are as secretive with this box. It's my fault that it's a secret because I want this to be a massive surprise for all of our collectors. So all of our stockists that join in are under the very strictest of instructions to not give away who's in the box. All of our collectors, and I can never thank you enough, it still amazes me how wonderful you all are, that you keep it a secret too.
Well, we've got a question here. When can we share pictures of the birthday bear on Facebook?
Well, if I could just extend my plea, I know it's such a giddy time. I know once you've got your box and you've opened it and it's revealed who this year's bear is, that you're going to be uber excited. Please, 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 do not share any photos until, on any of the platforms, please, until we've actually announced the end of the last birthday party, because I would hate for somebody to see it just before and it's full of surprise. I think that's part of it.
Because remember that we don't just have birthday parties in the UK.
No.
There will be birthday parties that happen prior in...
So they should be happening about now, shouldn't they?
Yes,
In Australia.
yes.
they are. They're happening today.
So they
in
will
Australia.
start now. So
Birthday.
please, 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 please. I know our Australian collectors are just so
So some people out
wonderful.
there know what it is, and you
They
don't.
do. They do. Absolutely.
Is that true?
So
That's true.
the last
That's true, isn't it?
ones
That is
will be
true.
in California, won't it? They'll be that side of the country in
Yep.
America.
Yeah.
So please, 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 please,
Mm-hmm.
don't post. If you want to do it and you're doing it privately and messaging between people, that's fine. But nothing on Facebook threads, please, 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 because I want it to be a huge secret
Big surprise.
for everybody.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a very nice thing to be a big surprise.
But that's happening as we speak. Obviously, like we said, out in Australia, and it will run right the way through to tomorrow evening.
How exciting.
It is. Big event in the Charlie Bears calendar year.
That is lovely. Now, I just want to give a quick stock update on where we are with everything. So, Anniversary Dion has sold out globally as well, I'm afraid. There may be a very, very small amount left in the USA,
There's
but
one here.
I imagine that people have got them in their baskets. So if you have, please check out. But it has sold out in the UK and Australia. Miss Havisham has sold out everywhere. Paws, Santa Paws, Anniversary Santa Paws has sold out in the UK. It was only available in the UK. We still have stock, a very small percentage of stock left in the USA of Hogmanay. We've got some stock left of Hogmanay in Australia. And Anniversary Abigail is still available, very small amounts in all 3 locations. So we've got Abigail here, and Hogmanay is hiding up the back there, Will.
He's hiding.
So Hogmanay we have got
There it is.
left in a
can't
very
see
small
it.
amount
There it
in
is.
the USA and Australia.
Over.
But that is it. Well, guys, I think that is pretty much all that we have got time for.
Not quite, Benji. Now, I do apologise for cutting you off in your part. I did promise you a very special guest. Now, Charlie and I have been like little secret squirrels behind the scene.
We love giving out surprises, don't we?
No, he's not coming in through the door. Please don't worry about that. I tell you what, why don't we just...
Where in the world have we been this week? I'll give you a clue. It's really, really cold, and lots of people know about it at this time of
One
year.
of the most famous people in the world. Shall we, Sam? Shall we 5, 4, 3, 2, over to you.
Hello, everyone. You know, at the holidays, it's a great time to look back and look for those fond memories. And one of those memories I had was I had a visit here at my mountain home a few summers ago from Charlie and Will, and they seemed like such nice people. And obviously they made an impression on Santa. Aldwin and I are here trying to get a message of hope and peace to everyone. Now, one of the things that I've noticed about the Charlie Bears operation is it's very similar to what we do here at the North Pole. We have elves that make toys. We have elves that handle administration. We have a shipping department. We have distribution centers, although you don't know where they are. But in your case, we know there's distribution centers in Victoria, Australia, Cornwall in the UK, and Florida in the States. And all the bear cubs that are working there are very similar to the elves that I have, in that we have one goal every year. At least we do at the North Pole, and I'm pretty sure after talking to Charlie and Will, we have a similar goal, is to bring a little happiness, a smile to at least one person. And if you've done that, then you've really made a difference in a world that needs that difference. So for all of you who design and manufacture and arrange transportation and publish catalogs and deal with the stockists all over the world, and most of all, to all of the collectors out there who none of this would be possible without your help and your love for the bears and your growing hugs. Aldwin and I would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a much, much happier 2021. And healthier too. Bye-bye now. Have a Merry Christmas.
Oh my goodness.
I told you that Charlie and I were really good friends with Santa.
I feel like a big kid.
Well, to be fair, so did we when we met him.
We did, you know, it was incredible. It really, really was. And I still remember it like it was yesterday.
So tell the story. I mean, we were travelling throughout the States, Charlie.
We were travelling throughout the States, and we were sort of travelling from area to area. It was quite a long road trip that we were taking. We were there for a few weeks, weren't we? And we were driving along, and then also, all of a sudden, there was like this, what seemed like a mirage. If you can imagine, we were driving along this highway, just starting to drive through the mountains. So we were in Tennessee,
driving between
Gatlinburg.
Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. So,
and all of a sudden, this just wonderful building appeared over the horizon. And we looked, and I said to William, oh, just look at that. It looks like a gingerbread house. It was absolutely amazing. So we actually stopped. We thought, well, we'll have a little peek in, because it was just too gorgeous not to stop.
Yeah.
And we couldn't believe it. We walked inside, and straight away, it was like you walked into this most magical, wonderful place. It had these wonderful Christmas smells. And we'd gone up to the counter because we'd gone in there to go and buy a couple of drinks. I was absolutely amazed to find out that this was Santa's holiday home.
It was. And the lady said to us, would you like to meet him?
We were
and
like,
we went,
really?
We'd love
so
to.
Lucky.
And I was just kind of, you know, in a bit of a dream world and all the rest of it. I literally turned out, and this is the absolute honest truth. I'm 6'3", right? I'm a bit of a bruiser. Yeah. Right? And he turned me into a 4-year-old child within
But you see,
seconds.
that's what Santa does.
And he just turned around and said, oh my, how you've grown.
It was just wonderful.
And what did he say to you, Charlie? And you haven't changed one little bit.
Yeah.
So there we go. So thank you very much indeed.
Always been good.
So have a look out for, if you are in that area, obviously in the summer.
Santa's not there all year round.
But have a look out for Santa's Closet.
So you were there in the summer, so he was in his big red suit in the summer?
No, he wasn't. He was actually wearing a kind of a
shirt.
holiday Hawaiian type.
But do you know what? Just
very
absolutely
similar to
lovely.
yours, actually.
And you will absolutely definitely get to meet Mrs. Claus too.
But yeah, please go and pay a visit to
Thank
Santa.
you, Santa. Thank you,
Thank you
and
very much
Mrs.
indeed.
Claus.
Lovely message.
Yep.
I think, for obviously it was to the staff and the collectors alike. So I think
For everybody.
on behalf of everybody, I say thank you, Santa, for your lovely heartwarming message. It's absolutely lovely. Okay, so just before we close up, I've just had a bit of a flip through some last minute questions. This one is
Make sure they're not boring.
No, random question.
Random?
Random.
Do you like Brussels sprouts?
No.
I
But you
love
hate them.
You have one on Christmas,
I
right?
have one.
No, he has
I'm
to
only
have
allowed one.
with bacon because I snaffle them all.
You can only imagine what happens.
Now, I think I know the answer to this. Who is awake first on Christmas morning, Charlie or Will? And you
Me.
see, I would have said Will because I know you're a night owl.
Not on Christmas
She
Day.
never goes to bed.
Whole new. No, I don't sleep. I'm looking if I get 40 winks. that
Basically,
night.
we put the fire on the night time. That kind of dies out a little bit. We normally fall asleep on the sofa, and then we just put another log on the fire and just warm it all back up again. And then we have a bacon
Don't
sandwich in the
really
morning.
go to bed.
We have a cup of tea and a bacon
Don't
sandwich.
really go to bed.
Yeah.
That's kind of another tradition. We sleep on the sofa.
That's what like big kids, really.
Someone's saying, I really love the Charlie Bear baubles. There they are on the tree in the different
Oh,
colours.
thank you.
Would we ever consider making any more?
Ooh, possibly.
Never say never where
No.
Charlie's concerned, that's for sure.
No.
What is your favourite season?
Summer.
What is your favourite season?
Winter.
Oh, polar opposites.
Opposites attract.
What is your favourite Christmas movie?
It's got to be.
Elf.
You love Elf too. I love Elf too. I really, really do. But I like all the old ones. I love the old
Yeah.
movies.
Love
I am
Elf.
an old soul, so anything in black and white.
This
as well.
this is a great one to end off the year, this question. If you could describe the new 2021 collection in one word, what would it be?
It's a secret.
Secret. That's the word.
That's more than one word.
Secret.
Secret. Okay. Is that a clue? Or is it just secret?
Secret.
I don't know.
When is... I've got a question. When is the new 2021 collection going to be shown to us all?
Oh, in January. It is in January. We've had to play around because with the deliveries and things like that, and I always like to launch when we have a few of the characters in stock everywhere. So we, again, like with the Cuddle Time and like with the birthday, we've had to jig it around a little bit. But you did actually announce the other day, didn't you, when it was going to be?
No.
Oh, did you?
Well, no, I mean...
So I think to our best friends club, people in our best friends club,
Yeah.
it's January.
It's
the
January.
28th of January
Yeah.
is when it's going to start being posted out, is that right?
They may have it by that time.
All right, okay, well, I mean, it's around that time. And then literally a week after, on the 4th of Feb, is that right?
Yeah.
At the minute, yes, we're
that's-
going for launch on the 4th of February. You heard it
So
here
if you
first.
Depends
don't-
on the weather.
If you don't know what we're talking about when we talk about the Best Friends Club, that gives you exclusive access to certain bears throughout the year and also early access to the brand new collection. So if it runs each year from May to April, and it doesn't really matter what time of the year you join because you get all of the benefits whether you join in May or whether you join now. So please, you can also purchase that on the website, charliebearsdirect.com. And that will mean that you will get your catalogue towards the end of January and see this brand new 2021 collection before most of the rest of
It's
the
a
world.
great time of year to join, actually, and it's a really good little Christmas stocking filler as well, maybe.
Perfect.
For somebody who's not a member
Someone
of
who's not a member.
Certainly a very
good.
unusual gift.
Yep.
Good, good. Okay, well, guys, I'm hoping that is it this time.
Yes.
There was no more surprises. However, I would just like to take this opportunity. I'm sorry, I know
No, that's
they're both very tired. They've both had really long days at work today, as have the other bear cubs in the building that have been here literally all day. So I would like to first of all say a few thank yous. I promise I won't take too long. Firstly, to all of the bear cubs. I know you're all going to be watching this. I cannot thank you all enough, and I want collectors to know how utterly, utterly amazing you have been this year. You have been right by our side. Everybody at Charlie Bears is one giant family. I can't thank you enough for helping us ride this storm that we've been through. You have just been relentless. You know, you've been incredible. You know, we really could not have done this without you. Every single person has played their part in making sure that the stockists are okay, the collectors are okay. You've kept me propped up. Every time I've fallen, you've been there to catch me. And I just cannot tell you how much I love you all. Globally, they are incredible. And to our collectors, again, I'd like to say thank you so much. You have been so supportive. You've been helpful. Thank you for your patience. I know you understand that it's not the stockist's fault that a bear hasn't turned up, and that it's not Charlie Bear's fault that the bear hasn't turned up. And yet you've all been there for each other. Your kindness shines through. You've been on Facebook. You've been supportive. And do you know what? You really do depict what Charlie Bears is all about. You know, we spread this love and joy around the world, and we could not do this without you either. So my heart goes out to every single person. I know we've had some tough times. I know it continues to be topsy-turvy. But as long as we've got each other, we're stronger together, and we are always there for you, like you've always been there for us. So thank you for being on Facebook in all times, night and day. You've been there to pick people up when they're down and lonely, frightened, and I can't thank you, because you have just gone above and beyond.
Yeah.
Haven't they? They really have. And finally, and I cannot miss these people out, because we very rarely talk about them, and I don't know why, because they deserve so much praise, and that is our stockists. Again, everybody that is part of Charlie Bears, not just the team and the bear cubs and obviously our collectors, the other piece of the jigsaw puzzle which completes all of this are our stockists. They are the most incredible people you could ever meet. Tough bunch they've had to be this year, and they simply just keep amazing me at how resilient they've been. You know, they are incredible. Each and every one is unique. It's been an absolute privilege, hasn't it, to work with such special people who understand but more so care. You know, they care so much about our brand, they care so much about our collectors. They have had it in some ways tougher than we've had it here, in that they've been in and out of lockdown, been able to open, close. They have been amazing, and I want you all to support them. They have just been incredible. If you do get the opportunity, and as soon as you get the opportunity, please visit them. You know, they really need you to visit. They're really excited about their collectors. They love being around and talking to you about the bears. They have the most amazing adaptability as well. You know, they've had to go from, like tomorrow, for example, they all want to have a birthday party. Some of them can't, but they have got the most magical virtual online events. Their websites are cram-packed with some amazing bears. You know, if you're ever stuck and you don't know where to go, contact either the Bear House and the Cub House. We can tell you every single stockist that we've got globally, and please help them. You know, they really, really, really do need your help.
And that, well, I think that, you know, it's also on behalf of the collectors and all the bear cubs globally. You know, none of this would be possible without you two guys. So I think, you know, a thank you to you two guys as well for changing so many different people's lives.
Big hugs around the world.
I know,
Yeah,
big hugs. We're going to get all mushy. So,
Yeah, we are.
Don't get mushy.
It just leaves us, I think, to say wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Very happy Christmas.
Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to post your pictures on Facebook.
One more sleep till birthday.
Woo! Merry Christmas.